What up, man? I feel like I should feel better about my over in this game, and yet here we are with 27 points. It's on pace to go over. The live total is well over. A lot of points feel like they were left on the field. Ultimately, I guess there was some fluky stuff that got the Bucks back into
I
this game.
was gonna say it's like a wash. Like you had the bad red zone possession where they just screwed everything up, but then you were gifted the tipped interception,
Hmm.
got the Bucks in position to score. You had the bad blocked field goal, but then you had a 57-yarder outdoors in upstate New York that went. So I think it came out in the wash. Like if you look at the total yardage, it's probably pretty close. What do we got? Oh my God, there was like 400 yards. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
406 yards comes out to 27 points if you divide it by 15.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I guess we're there. We're kind of right where we need to be.
That takes
The
out the special teams yardage, which has been positive. But yeah.
It does, yeah. That's the other thing too. So you have that many yardage, but you had the fourth down fail down close, but we also had the turnover, the really good. It was a good punt return, but it was a really bad punt. You do not want to hit a line drive in that spot when your guys are, at the 30-yard line and he's catching it at the 50. That's not ideal. There was a lot of bad play.
Mhm.
Obviously some good stuff. Josh Allen was kind of doing the things that we collectively as a football community were bitching that he wasn't doing the last few weeks.
Sure.
I
Designers.
forgot how bad it was. They'd only scored 10 points in the first half over the last 3 weeks combined. And yeah, one of them was in London and one of them was after coming back, but like that's rough. It was one of the best first half teams in the league last year. Obviously a little better this week. They probably
Yeah.
should have 24. Noops got our first
Yeah.
touchdown
Hat tip to
scorer.
Noops with the Josh Allen call. Hat tip to some of our other friends who had some Josh Allen pick. Yes. And
We did, yeah.
yeah,
It one
Godwin
didn't hurt too bad. I
anytime.
had a
Yeah.
little Josh Allen interception at minus 105 from
Yeah.
from Barry.
That was
That
low
was
hanging
kind of
fruit.
nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do we do, man? I mean, let's be honest about Baker's performance so far. Playing with fire a little bit.
A little bit. 12 for 20, 118. That was a really good throw in the end zone. A really good catch, though. Man, the hands on
Yeah.
that. He's had a couple guys open, but we've also had a couple of bad tackles from Buffalo. Like his stuff is maybe a little inflated. I don't know if it's just a turnover waiting to happen, but I don't know if it's sustainable. The pass rush has been good for Buffalo. It's been getting there a little. I think we see a couple more sacks in the second half. I think they only have maybe just the
One
one.
sack.
It's just,
Yep, they've sacked Baker
both teams
once.
have one sack. The
That
Josh
sack
Allen
took
one's to the
that sack
injury.
took points off the board though for
It was
Tampa.
it was a consequential sack. They are only 3 of 8 on third down right now. Tampa Bay is, and one of those was on that. I guess let me know how you feel about this, but a little questionable pass interference. I thought.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I can see him calling it. I didn't
There
love
was
the call,
that
obviously.
the refs in this game. Go home. Like you're lost. You lost the plot. Like the
The
holding
fact that they
call,
just didn't even call
on
anything.
the one where the guy didn't even get an advantage. It's like, what are we doing, guys? Like, not impressed with this crew. Go home.
You know what? The one thing I was impressed with is when everybody freaked out after the field goal and there was shoving and tackling and helmets ripped off each other. They just said no foul. Like, because you know what's stupid? Just the bullshit. Hey, there's fouls on both teams that are offsetting. Like that, you're just wasting our time. Let's get back to
Yeah.
football. Nobody cares.
Bills get the ball first. Bills are going to score. Bills are going to keep their foot on the gas. Bills minus 4.5. I think is our bet. What do you think?
I'm right there. It is.
I mean, Josh Allen's hurt, but you made the point before we went on air. He'll get some treatment. He'll play a little bit looser, a little bit less in pain, I would guess. We just need better play calls in the red zone. Like,
7.4 yards per play. That's good.
Big number.
And honestly, like Tampa's is good right now. Like I don't hate the over. I don't hate chasing the dragon.
Let's lay the 4.
The over. But if you're gonna have a 2-yard plus lead in yards per play after another team is doing pretty decent on offense at times, I'm fine laying it with you in the second half, especially for a team that's
you get the ball first too.
good. You get the ball first. You've been good on third down. We've seen some running plays work. Obviously, Vita Vea's absence is important.
You're winning time possession.
They're protecting Josh pretty decently. You know, the sack was on a scramble out to the outside. Like, they're giving him time. The Shakir kid is pretty good when he's out in space. They finally found Kincaid.
Yeah,
they have 3 or 4 weapons. They're finding everybody.
Yeah,
just if the play calling's fine, let's go. So I'll lay it with you.
Okay.
Bills.
It's pretty silly. Neither of these teams is especially good running the ball. To put it politely, I guess. That said, they both have 5.1 yards per carry so far.
Yeah, it's been a couple of longer runs that I think brought that up, and they haven't run a lot just in general. It feels like they've had a couple that just get shut right down. Rashad White has run 7 times. James Cook has run 7 times, and they both have like a 15-yard carry. Godwin's 14-yard carry. That one, there was a bad missed tackle on that as well,
Yep.
but he's a slippery fucker, so I'll give it to him. What was it? Our turnover prop for Profit Exchange? Josh Allen is winning that right now.
Yeah.
And it was close, though. Baker had that fumbled snap.
Ooh, that was really close.
Thought that might get weird.
Baker has had 3 close calls that I counted.
Obviously, we want a second half prop. Give it to us. We'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, he already mentioned it. Baker 18 more pass attempts.
Oh,
up high.
He's 18 more pass attempts.
Yeah,
I don't hate that with the script.
No, not at all. He might. I mean, I honestly, like, that sounds like a fourth quarter number for Baker, if we're being honest.
I gotta go bet
right.
This.
18 more pass attempts is that's like his fourth quarter number.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been good running. I just mentioned, Vea out. Cook has been a little more successful. I like that Josh Allen scrambled a little. I don't know if we'll see that as much with the injury. He can't even high five, but I'd like to see a few more scrambles. If he has some open space, just slide. Don't take the hit. You're fine. That's kind of what's been missing is these, like on the touchdown, the rollout, and then finding Dalton moving the same direction as him. That's kind of what's been missing from this team that looked like shit in the first half of basically every game for a month here. So
yeah,
it has looked a lot better. If Allen's shoulder is not 100%, that's worrisome long term.
Yeah,
but
he gets 10 days off after this.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, they haven't had their bye yet either. They don't get it for a while. Oops. They got a nice long break, and then at the Bengals next Sunday night football next week is going to be sweet.
I like that.
Yeah, the old are they going to have DeMar Hamlin active for that game?
What was it? Remind me again why you like the over in this one.
Because it was under 43, and the Buffalo Bills were one of the 2 teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted just you to give me that second part, the simple one.
Yeah.
I don't know. The second half over is kind of looking at me too. Maybe I placed a couple bets here. I'm gonna go find if I can.
If it was 20.5, I would have said it.
It's tougher for me without
Yeah. Go ahead.
The domestic outs. It's tougher without the domestic outs for me to get these player props mid game. But I found QB props. I just have Baker to throw a pick plus 135. Sometimes they go up and down. I'll see if it comes up here later. I'll try to get some. I love attempts. It's a fun one to track.
Yeah.
It's easy.
What is he at right now? Just so I can double check. He is at 20. So he needs to get to 39 for a winner, right? Or
38 for the push.
38 is 38 a push, or is 38 a winner? Bet 365 words these weird, so I don't know.
See, yeah, there's
18 more. Is like 18 more yes or no?
18 more pass attempts. So it's kind of like how we have, Bet Builder does this shit too, where it's like, on one part where it's like 3.5 sacks or whatever, or sacks. That's not catches. And then the other one is at least 4 catches when you're in the over-under part. So you got to look at the phrasing. So I'm going to call it 18 is good.
One of the reasons I like Bills in the second half, and I didn't say it out loud yet, I liked how aggressive they were in the opening sequence. They got the ball inside their own 5, and they went no huddle on that first drive, which to me tells me that they're not intending to get in and get out and win ugly. They're like, we recognize how important it is for our offense to get into rhythm and to score a bucket load of points tonight.
Well, yeah, and it's not just hey, we need to figure out what we look like and sort this out for 1 week without Dawson Knox. It's probably a little more long term.
He's IR.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying more than 4 weeks, so it might be.
Oh, you think more?
I think it might. I'd heard somebody say 6 or more, even. So
yeah, they were quiet.
This might be your offense
for a while.
Shakir getting a lot more snaps with a lot fewer 2 tight end sets. So this might be it. And yes, the 76ers Bucks is.
Yeah, how about that 10-9-8-7 76ers, man? Wow, what a comeback! They were getting run off the court. Yeah, Sixers got some spirit.
Speaking of Mr. Noops, he put me on Mr. Maxey to have over 22.5 points.
Did he make it?
Yes, he has 24 he got 2 fouls fucking immediately on the bench with like nothing. God damn it. Thanks for nothing, Alex.
One of our friends, I was telling him I have no freaking clue who's going to win the 6th man of the year this year, and I was like, does Melton have a chance for the Sixers? And he said, if you're going to play a Sixer, play Kelly Oubre Jr. Kelly Oubre Jr. is having himself a night. Yes,
I was going to say Melton started.
He started. Yes, he did. Yeah. I didn't know Melton was going to start in Harden's absence.
What's funny about Brinks always makes the dies on a hill comments and jokes.
Yes.
It's funny that the biggest, it's like there's always one character on Twitter every day and you never want to be him.
Yes.
It's funny that the guy who was literally dying on a hill. In the pun
Tyreek Hill, yes.
Dying on the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Hill.
It was everything I could do not to dive in with you sure this is the hill you want to die on? No.
Yeah, I know. It's just such an easy pun.
Everything I could do not to press tweet. I don't want to be part of that.
I didn't want to get into the Discord. It's too much.
Yeah. If you want to publish a piece of shit model, go right ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys want, I have a soccer model I can publish and tell you all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, we might not too long from now do a piece of shit NBA model live on this.
I think. How fast do you think you can build an NBA model? Like, or explain to somebody how they can do it.
I think I could do it from scratch in under 30.
Maybe we slap one of those up. That'd be really fun. We could give people some.
Let's do it on Monday. I'm gonna keep. Oh, Monday's kind of not a good day for me, actually.
We could give people some heads up, like this is what you should do.
Maybe like a week from today. Thursday's actually not a good day. Get your
Excel fired up.
Yeah.
Live algos are off.
Yeah, live algos are off.
I do like live betting hockey. Like joking aside, I've live bet some hockey, guys. A lot of it is not American hockey. Some of it is the KHL of the world.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah. Somebody, I don't remember if it was a public joke or if you made this joke in private, but the joke about the NFL live algos being off because they were trained on Aussie rules football.
Oh, no, that was funny, yeah. I think that was the plus EV props guy.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah. All right. Well, we need a nice drive here for the Buffalo Bills and World Series thoughts. What's the World Series?
It is starting tomorrow. It's kind of nice that game 1 is in between college football and what we have tonight. Good spot for game 1. It feels like Texas might just truck them in 5 or 6, but I'm not a baseball guy. If anyone has a sneaky, if someone has a sneaky MVP pick, I love. Somebody says, I don't even know if I say this guy's name right. Guriel.
Sure.
Classic World Series matchup. I believe there was a World Series that Texas was in. Was that a World Series? The Cardinals.
Texas lost to the Giants, I think.
What
right?
was the Texas
That was
Cardinals
Ron
series
Washington
where they
years.
screwed everything up?
Oh, maybe that was it.
Ron
Maybe that was it.
Washington.
Maybe that
Speaking
was
of guys that like to party.
The Texas
Shakira?
World Series was against the Cardinals. That was 2011.
The David Freese World Series. Yeah, they were up in that one game and they just bottled it left and right. They were kicking it around.
Yeah. The last Diamondbacks World Series. You remember that one?
2001.
Yes. You know how you know?
Because they beat the Yankees.
Absolute shadow of 9/11. That was a weird time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Yankees Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
I think I'm remembering it right.
2011. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a weird fall.
No,
like
2001. 2001.
Yeah. You the guys that are a little younger, that was. You think like the COVID with sports going away was weird. That was a goofy time in history.
We had a nice.
We were too young to like. I mean, what were you like 20?
Is that a ticky tack hold? Good Lord, get out of here, guys!
They've called a couple of those.
Is this? I don't even pay. Which crew is this?
So I like the Bills here. Obviously, I have some Bills exposure and now even more. But the hold.
Oh, it was a
defense.
What?
Well, then that's a good call. That's fine.
Okay.
It's tough when you're on a team, when you've been on a team and there's a call, but that holding call against Tampa down on that one drive, like, yeah, he had his hands on the outside of the shoulder pads, but like that's the sort of stuff that's not that close to the play that you kind of leave alone.
Yeah.
Subway Series was fun.
Yeah. Diamondbacks Yankees was insane. That was a 7-gamer. And
that's when the Diamondbacks featured a little purple in their outfit.
Arizona had home field. How did that work out? Was that one of the stupid, like they won the All-Star game, so they got home field?
I think that might have been. I think that might have been the
as
era.
good a record as the Yankees. No way they had.
When was the tie in Milwaukee? Was that Bud Selig years where they had the tie and then they said we're gonna fix this and the All-Star game is gonna be home field, which is a stupid fucking thing. Just a horrible idea. Like don't so many.
Yeah. By the way, Yankees fans, don't kid yourself. Luis Gonzalez on PEDs got a hit off of Mariano Rivera on PEDs. Don't kid yourself. I don't think.
Everybody.
2001. I think it was how you say rife in the sport.
There was a mortar and a pestle next to every coffee machine in clubhouses, just crushing up greenies. It's just there was one story where they said that they had 2 different coffee pots in the clubhouse, and like one had amphetamines, and the other one didn't. Just in case you didn't need that day.
In a universe where we actually are just putting the best players in the Hall of Fame, there were 4 Hall of Fame pitchers that pitched in Game 7. Can you name them?
Oh. Was that Schilling years?
Schilling. That's one.
Schilling, Mo.
Yes.
Pettit.
Nope.
Wasn't Pettit? Who was it? Was it Clemens years?
Clemens.
Clemens.
Yes.
Who was their middle reliever there?
There was a closer for the Diamondbacks who was.
I don't know if I can name it.
I'm sure this guy is in the Hall of Fame. He should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer for
Moose?
sure. No.
It was a Diamondback. It wasn't
Diamondback.
Another
got
Yankee?
Closed for the Diamondbacks. He was inducted in 2015.
I'm blanking on it. I can only think of
Randy Johnson came in to close.
Oh, see, I was thinking of a closer. I didn't want to say. That's fair.
Yeah,
got me now.
Randy Johnson. He got the win in that game. That was his 5th postseason win.
Can you imagine having
Game
to
7
face
of the World
him?
Series?
Like Mariano was you didn't want to face Mariano Rivera ever, like because you knew the same pitch was coming and it was unhittable. But like to only get Randy Johnson was like, well, at least I get to see him 2-3 times here. He can wear him down a little. Maybe I get a hit in the 6th inning, but to see him as a reliever, horrible. Nobody wants that.
You want to know something even more insane? That was in 52 appearances in the postseason. That was Mariano Rivera's first blown save, first ever decision loss Amazing. Yeah, that was a good touchdown.
That was a good touchdown.
Good scoring drive. 75 yards in 4 minutes. Hell yes.
When I still was like a Twins fan, I very much disliked the Yankees for obvious reasons. But man, you just kind of had to tip your hat to Mo.
Yeah.
Just a absolutely, even during the regular season. I mean, if he came in, it was just kind of over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The tweet guys will just sit around and name old players. Yeah, like we can do this all day. You
oh wait, you don't even know where I'm going next here. So Mariano Rivera, by the way, after 52 games before he got a blown save, it was a loss. It happened to be Game 7 of the World Series in New York, or with New York after 9/11, which is insane. He went another 1, 2, 3 postseasons before he had another blown save. Can you name the team in 2004 who he blew a save against?
The Sox.
No, it was actually the Minnesota Twins. Your Twinkies in October 16th, 2004. He blew the save, but the Yankees came back to win. So one of those kind of games. Yeah, but and then he blew saves against the Red Sox in 2004 in Game 4 and Game 5.
I do not remember the Twins one. Those were good Twins games or teams.
That was the last one though. Like that was it. He blew 3 saves in the postseason in his career in 96 appearances. Wow.
Pretty good.
Amazing. Amazeballs. What a G. He was inducted in 2019. Did he go on like a retirement tour and everybody gave him like some shit?
Yeah, remember I told you about this the one time the Twins made him a rocking chair out of broken bats.
What? I know you told me. I just wanted you to tell that story.
You Googled it.
I wanted you to tell that story again. I don't think you told it on the podcast, did you?
I didn't. I don't think I told it on the podcast.
Every other retirement gift that's ever been given was stupid, except for this. In my opinion, they made him a chair out of. It wasn't the broken bats that he broke, but it was in honor of the fact that his splitter broke so many bats. Right? Was that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Incredible.
Apparently, I benched Davis in a fantasy league. I just got a text. I think I have Diggs and Davis. I think if you guys, and granted, anything can happen. He could have a backwards pass, but I think basically any Dalton Kincaid yardage over made it there. So congrats to the entire internet because everybody played that. I'm not even gonna give Connor credit for me tailing that because everybody did it, guys.
This is a great point by Jeff. Minnesota has a thing for broken chairs. The Gophers Huskers play for the Bits of Broken Chair Trophy. If you don't know what we're talking about, Google that. That's a weird one. That is a weird one.
Minnesota's kind of cleaning up on trophies. They got that and Floyd the Pig this year.
Oh, did they? They got the bits. They got the bits and the pig.
Oh yeah, not a big deal. Both of those games they won by like a combined 4 points. I think both games had maybe 40 points total between them. It was it's been a rough year watching Gophers ball. And they still have the axe from last time. Is there a thing now? Like, is this more trouble for Michigan? Anybody who knows that? Like this computer thing with the OC. Are they getting in like big trouble? I don't know. I'm not caught up on this. I was hoping Dan or somebody else.
All I know is if they give JJ and McCarthy the Heisman after this, like way to tarnish.
Thing is something else now.
Way to tarnish the most important and impressive trophy in all of sports, not besides the Stanley Cup.
Baker,
how did he get away?
First down.
How did he get away?
That was prime Russ.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think honestly the funniest thing, and I'm sorry if you're like a Michigan fan or if you have Michigan bets, but the funniest thing would be the NCAA actually like coming down fast and being like, your season's over, no postseason play. 11-0 team just sitting that would be so funny to me.
Well, it does bring into question whether they're going to get the benefit of the doubt if they lose to Ohio State and have one loss. Really and truly, the committee
has to be like, oh, this is a criminal.
Yeah, like they're gonna feel a little gross, I think, giving them the benefit of the doubt and putting them
Yeah,
in as the fourth seed,
and every
right?
day there's a new story. Like Vodzilla is pointing out, the TCU saying they got like 6 phone calls from Big Ten teams saying like, "Hey, they're gonna steal all your signs. They've been doing it for years," and they basically like said, "Oh, we should switch all our signs," and then they end up winning that semifinal.
There's a 0.0% chance a one-loss Michigan makes the college football playoff because of
In a vacuum or because of this.
No,
They
no, no.
haven't played anybody either.
Their schedule is horrific.
Okay.
If they lose to Ohio State, they're not making it.
They're out. It's an limit loser goal.
Yeah, but like that by like just general team rankings, they're like the top 2 teams, and so if one is going to beat the other one because they play each other, so
Right.
it's not inconceivable that they would. And they did it with Ohio State last year, right? Ohio State got in as the 4.
Correct. Michigan's
but
schedule is atrocious.
we might have like 3 undefeated. We could have 5 undefeated champs. That ain't happening, but we could have. We probably end up with 2 or 3 undefeated champs this year.
Yeah, we say this every middle of October.
I know. I want. I think Bud had it. He made a video on like the chaos of if there were 5 undefeated champs, and I think he had Oklahoma out was the final verdict on that. But I every year I cheer for stupid shit like that to
Oh
happen.
man,
and
the
it just
freaking
never
Bucks are going to
happens.
get the cover. 3 free throws by Dame Lillard. Jesus.
I call it scenario season, and it happens in late October where we're like, what happens if 5 teams go undefeated? And it never happens.
No.
We only end up with 4 teams that belong.
What if Jacksonville State beats Michigan? Yeah, and we will have some cannibalism eventually, especially out west.
Yeah, no
I'm not
doubt.
so sure about the SEC. So
Yeah, I'm retiring from thinking about college football. I bet all my bets.
I know.
I put the rest of my budget on Marvin Harrison Jr. Heisman, and now I'm out.
You guys can't see it because we have the we have the producing window here. We have the back end of StreamYard, but like once Dan puts once Dan's video or his camera turns on at the bottom, it's like, oh, he's coming in. or he's doing this
Gus
to me when I make fun
camera
of
shy.
Atlanta.
Gus is camera shy.
Yeah, dogma. Sorry, bud. You had plenty of winners this year.
Yeah.
FIU just did not have it the other night. I'm sure you got something nice for us Saturday.
I love it. It is a polar bear. Gus is a polar bear. Yeah. Samoyed puppy. What a G.
If you have a clean Bovada account, which is fewer and far between nowadays, they have 22 on Marvin.
That's not bad.
And they're taking 3K.
Circa is 12.
Yeah, that is if you hunt around, there's some.
I think 12 is pretty close, but it's still value.
We are invested in Marv as a podcast right now. I think you took a bunch. I found it a couple places, but I even tickled a little at the 22 there.
Let's see here.
I don't hate it.
The market's probably down because there's college football being played, even though there's nobody. Oh no, the market's up still.
I would think it's up. Is there a game today?
Yeah, but it's
Syracuse.
Shitty. Somebody shitty.
And then Georgia State Southern.
Yeah. So
would voters
the
vote
real
for Marvin
I guess
they're mad at Michigan?
Here's the one I don't understand. Riddle me this one, man. How in the fuck is Jaden Daniels at the top of this list? He's only winning if he beats Alabama, Georgia, and A&M left on his schedule. A 3-loss LSU team, he's not getting the Heisman Trophy. Is he?
I don't think so. I mean, even maybe 2-1 if you really had massive games in all 3, but now that seems like a bad price.
So basically, his price should be the moneyline price of LSU beating Alabama, beating A&M, beating Georgia.
And hitting all his player props.
Yeah. That's got to be like
maybe they dropped
maybe
it. So
more.
this is the weird thing about Bovada. Now I'm going to pull this up. They have this sometimes where all week I'm looking at something and it's like, oh, you can bet $15 on this, and then one time you go to it and suddenly it's like, oh, you can bet $250 now.
Dan is a historian of the Heisman Trophy. Let's see if he knows if there's ever been a 3-loss. Has there ever been a 3-loss player to win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, for sure.
Really?
It's 31 for me now too.
I'm
or so.
pretty sure.
I don't know if it's
Like Robert
down because
Griffin,
there's games
Baylor
or
might
what.
have had 3 lost. Baylor might have been 9-3. They Lamar Jackson might have been 9-3. So here's how the Heisman Trophy usually works. It's the best player on the best team, or it's a guy who has elevated a program that hasn't been good in a long time or has never been good. So that's how you get a Lamar Jackson. That's how you get.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Baker,
we've had one.
Or they have a
Heisman-
badass jump pass.
This is gonna blow you guys' mind. We've had one Heisman Trophy winner that had a losing record. Paul Hornung of Notre Dame went 2-8 with Notre Dame that year and won the Heisman Trophy. That's truly absurd.
I'm not a trends guy, but
Yeah. No.
Maybe the Greek rifle has a chance then.
There's been 2 4-loss teams where there's players won the Heisman Trophy. 35, Jay Berwanger of Chicago went 4-4.
First Heisman Trophy winner, wasn't he?
That was
I
think he went on to be like the commissioner of something.
Oh, really? I see. I don't know this. 1969, Steve Owens, Oklahoma, 6-4. He won. You guys nailed it. Lamar is the last 3-loss winner. He was 9-3. RG3 was 9-3. Tim Tebow, when he won in 07, was 9-3.
Okay, I thought that the year he won, they had a bunch of losses too.
Dan conspicuously forgetting a very famous 3-loss Heisman Trophy winner, Ricky Williams of Texas. 8-3 won the Heisman Trophy.
Trillion yards.
he's still running. Yeah,
he set the all-time rushing record.
What was Mike White's record? Mike White. Who am I thinking?
Michael White, Jason White.
Jason White.
Jason
they
White.
were undefeated. That was the year they won the
national
title.
Had to be undefeated. Yeah, had to be undefeated.
Yeah, that was just like a really good team, and nobody else was good.
Here's some more remember guys. 1987 Notre Dame 8-3. Tim Brown won. 1985 Auburn 8-3. Bo Jackson won. 1981 USC was 8-3. Marcus Allen won. Yeah. So you either have to be a generational.
I know some of these from the Heisman House commercials.
all these guys are generational players, and I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Daniels ain't generational.
There isn't a generational player right now in college football other than maybe Caleb Williams, whose team sucks and he's going to kind of quit. So
call me crazy. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like a very good player to me.
Look, I made the case on the Blogger Bowl today on this same channel. If JJ McCarthy is the betting favorite, that is the tipping point in 2023 that we just need to be like, okay, who's the best player in college football? And there's a 1A and there's a 1B. 1A or 1B is Brock Bowers, who's going to miss half of the season.
Catch that,
and then the other one is Marvin Harrison Jr.
OPI, dude.
So
whatever. That was probably OPI, Drew.
Whatever. I don't care.
No, and I mean, I compared this to the Devonta Smith year, where it was like, oh, like the quarterbacks should start that good. They're going to give it to this guy. It doesn't matter how little he is. I think we might be at some sort of inflection point here soon.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said, if JJ McCarthy's the favorite, we've got to kind of start having this conversation about who's the actual best player. And it's Marvin Harrison Jr., who isn't going to have the stat profile Devontae Smith did, but he's also the best wide receiver on his team, which Devontae Smith was not, but Jalen Waddle got hurt.
Yeah, he got waddled out. Yeah, well, Devonta was the last non-quarterback. Before that, it was Derrick Henry.
Yep. We only have, since Reggie Bush in 2005, the only non-quarterbacks have been Alabama players.
Okay.
Ingram, Henry, and Devontae.
I know.
Sounds like we're due.
I had a Mac 25
too.
ticket, and even I was like, "Fuck, give it to the wide receiver right here." And
that was so weird because like his stat profile was insane.
I had a Mac Heisman that lost, and I chased those losses with Mac Rookie of the Year that lost.
Yeah, we got wide receiver twice.
Yeah,
it was Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Jamar Chase got him.
Oh, what a good punt!
Yeah, not great for a pre-flop over, but
how many do you need? You need 8 more.
I need 43 to get there.
Bills get a safety and a touchdown. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Both teams have had one of those coffin corner punts. Just great.
We have a hell of a finish in Milwaukee. It looks like the Bucks are going to win, but this may land in the middle.
Closing line
6.
Maxi now 31, Oubre 27, but nothing like they. It looks like Milwaukee picked up a free agent or something. Damian Lillard.
He's been quite good in this fourth quarter.
37
Oh,
and 8.
fuck. A lot of it has come late too.
Yeah.
At one point, the Bucks were down 100 to 94. Oh, excuse me, 102 to 94. They were down 8 points before a barrage of threes by Brook Lopez, Jay Crowder, Dame with 3 free throws, Dame with more, Dame some more, 30-foot step back jumper. Good God Almighty! I think Bucks are going to win, and it's going to land in the middle. So anyone that waited till close to bet the Sixers, well done. Anyone that steamed the Bucks, good job being on the front end of the steam. Wah, if you were on the back end of that steam. Yeah, Drew is not this good offensively. I can tell you that much. Yeah. Interesting, man. The Bucks and Sixers, man. These guys played this well all year. The Eastern Conference can be more fun than I think we gave it credit for.
Somebody had a comment in the chat about that Diggs catch, not catch. He's like, they probably throw the flag if he catches it. Like,
yeah, right.
All right. Yep.
They didn't.
Sometimes I think
Throw the flag on DPI the next because they didn't throw the flag on OPI the previous. For sure. Yeah.
So. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a fun Milwaukee team to track. They might be good this year, guys.
Yeah. Fun.
Phillies putting up a fight. Good for them. Timberwolves haven't won a damn game yet.
We didn't preview the World Series at all. Sorry. I don't know.
I know that
our
baseball guys said the price was off on Texas.
On what? That Texas was a bet?
The Texas series was a little short. I don't think it was a bet, but he said I make it, minus 200 or so.
Okay. Well, all I can tell you is that the Diamondbacks have a pitcher named Fat. He's a rookie.
Double A's.
He's dealing.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. The guy who stunted on the Astros, I'm excited to see if he does that to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, that didn't look fun.
Oh, should we do a quick live stream from when we're out at like 2 weeks?
Definitely, yes, for sure. Live from the track. Yeah, we'll give all of Uncle Brinks's horsey picks.
Thursday night football might be both of us from Los Angeles in different locations.
I think probably, right? Do you know what time you get in?
I think I get in late that afternoon, so I'll probably
like before 6:30, right? Game. It's usually halftime of TNF is around 6:30.
Yeah, I think I get in a little earlier. I think I'll catch the game, but yes, I'll be out. I will be out at the Breeders' Cup, especially Saturday. God,
cool. It's going to be dark, so you can't go out onto the porch and have like the beach in the background. Unfortunately,
I mean, it will be in the morning. Or are you talking Thursday night or
the halftime? Yeah, for the halftime.
Oh, yeah. Maybe the moon will be out. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna be fucked up. That's true, Patrick.
All right.
Makers, markers, cranberry vodkas. I'm getting fucked up.